I will be the CEO of the business until a point where I'm no longer the best person to be CEO. And I think we should all have that degree of feeling about our role. That just because you've been here at ages doesn't mean you should be the leader. To be more specific on your question, how do you do it? Like, I'm going to be honest, you iterate on it. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong. We've made some phenomenal hiring decisions. We've made some poor ones. And by that, I'm not throwing shade on those humans because I think they could fit excellently in other companies and other roles. So it's not a personal thing. But the reality is we put people into roles here and they failed. And then we had to remove them. And that is really hard. And it creates a lot of turbulence. Am I amazing at this? I don't know. I'm getting better. I would say that the one thing I would take from all of it, I think it's a kind of well-known thing, is don't settle, right? Even if you're under pressure to hit a hiring plan, especially for a leader, because that leader will come in and they will hire in their own image. And so if you have to remove them, you probably have to remove the people beneath them too. And then you're really rebuilding teams and that's no fun.
Yeah.
Like I've done it a few times and it's just no fun. So I think when it comes to putting a leadership position in, really, if you have doubts, keep going, back channel, get the references. Also, another thing that I really believe in giving people autonomy, because if I worked for someone and they didn't give me some autonomy and space, I would hate working for them and I'd leave. So I try and give people quite a lot of space, but often if they are not performing, then maybe I've given them too much space. So there is something to be said about keeping quite close to things initially. And I guess the other one, I would say that if you are trying to, especially the impact of a leader, you might not be able to really judge it in results terms for maybe 6-9 months if they're doing hiring or changing things, whatever it might be. But that's quite a long time, especially if it's the wrong person. So one thing that I have been doing more of recently is defining, because the output metrics are like growth or delivery of product or NPS score. Like output metrics are fairly straightforward, right? You know what they are, but they take time. But actually putting more emphasis on input metrics. So what are the things that would be clear within 30 days, 90 days that would show that the velocity is working so that the output is more likely to be the output that you're all hoping for?